Hello, Michelle.
All my friends call me Mickey.
Nikki. Hopefully I'm a friend.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Well, Nikki. Well, this episode. I would like to bring a positiveness, and I'm hoping to inspire hope uh, for uh, beat this, and let's start the conversation. Mickey, Michelle.
Sound, sounds
So,
good.
yes. I met Mickey after the stint where when I was in the hospital for about a year. Um, I had an autoimmune disease and I was incredibly weak. I was in a wheelchair and I wasn't able to walk. And I met Michelle/Mickey. Fortunately, I'm getting stronger. Right now, I'm doing well. I'd love to ask the questions towards Mickey, um, if that's okay.
That's fine, Matt. Shoot.
Okay, great. How did you start uh, for physical therapist?
Oh, me? Why? How did I become interested in physical therapy?
Yes. Well,
Oh,
no.
okay.
How did you go through schools?
Okay. Um, well, as Matt said, my name is Mickey Rebar, and
Right.
I've been a therapist, a physical therapist, for about 36 years. Graduated from the Ohio State University. You know, I had to get that one in there.
Of
And
course. Yeah.
um, I feel very lucky to have the opportunity to work as a therapist this long, help people,
Right.
be a part of the Cleveland Clinic for this many years. It's great. It's great. And I've been happy to be on Matt's team. That's the way I look at it. And I'd like to take a lot of credit, but we all know as therapists, we'd like to take a lot of credit, but it's a team. And, you know, there are books like It Takes a Village, but it takes a healthcare team. And Matt's very lucky to have been part of the Cleveland Clinic and the healthcare professionals within the Cleveland Clinic, from the doctors, radiologists, to the lab technicians, to the schedulers, and of course the physical therapists. But Matt, we're just part of the equation. It's what you bring to the table that makes it all good.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Now, what interest did you start for physical therapy?
Oh, how I got interested? Oh,
Yes.
okay. Well, originally I didn't want to be a therapist. I was thinking of being a teacher,
Okay.
possibly adaptive phys ed.
All
And
right.
then I was always interested in athletics. I was playing softball one summer, very active with volleyball, thinking maybe I could play at a small college. But I was playing softball in the summer and I suffered an unfortunate injury where I tore the ligaments in my left knee. And back in the day, they kept you in the hospital for a whole week. Now you're in and out in 3 hours, 4 hours, but a whole week. And I had to go down to see a physical therapist and learn how to
Okay.
walk. And that's where I kind of got pulled in. My therapist, Rich, he said, "Why don't you come spend some time in the unit?" And that's when I was hooked. I had a chances to observe in an acute rehabilitation unit individuals that suffered brain trauma, stroke, multiple trauma for accidents. And, I realized that even though it was a really unfortunate situation, I was heartbroken that I couldn't play volleyball. But I realized that allowed me um, an opportunity to become a therapist and a career. So I'm very lucky.
That's
Yeah.
very interesting.
My first therapist gave me my first job.
Wow,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a great start.
So,
That's a
and
wonderful
I'm
start.
here today. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you and I were then in the hospital, so I guess I'm empathetic towards you. And yeah. So I consider the Cleveland Clinic home. So yeah, I'm part of the nurses, doctors, physical therapist. I'm very fortunate that I was stumbled upon to you, and
Thank you, Matt.
yeah, absolutely. It's wonderful that I became friends with you and working together. So it's great. It's very beneficial. So that's wonderful.
Well, thank you, Matt.
Yes.
And I have to say that I learn a lot from my patients. I know you say I also benefit from the individuals that I've worked with through the years. Most often, your father in the podcast earlier that Jay was interviewing you and your father, he mentioned resiliency as a character that you've had in dealing with your healthcare challenges. And boy, yeah, a positive attitude, that is awesome. So that helps. Grit is another word that you could use, and you definitely have it, Matt.
Well,
So,
thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're going to have to take a break. We're going to discuss about grit. We'll start taking a break.